absolutely. I love starting from the ankles and working my way up. That's my favorite thing to do. Some people do like the bottom, like they'll do their bottom first and stuff, but I just like doing it this way first. So what I tend to do is I put my ankles on it and I bring my bum up and I just kind of roll a little bit on my ankles. And if I need a little more, I can cross it over right here. Okay, so right here and right here. And then if I find a little ouch spot, I kind of hang out there for a minute and just kind of give it a little roll just to get a little bit more. And then from there, I go up to my calves. Okay.
Video.
A lot of times with my calves, though, I'll cross my legs over because there's just not enough pressure with just both my legs. Okay, so I'll go with one, and then I'll go with the other. And I spend about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. So I just kind of get every aspect of it. I really try not to go over the bones per se, so like not my kneecaps. And then I'll go to my, right here, my thighs. So with my thighs, I still kind of do a little bit of this, like one leg at a time. And when I do the one leg at a time, you can kind of see, I go from one side to the other, and I kind of just rotate it around just to kind of get all aspects of it right here. And then what I do is I like to go and I go on my side. So I'm right here on my side. I'll go this way then. It's like hard because I have black pants on, sorry. So I'll go on my side and I'll have both of my legs together. Now you can put your leg in front or in back if that's too much pressure. So you can go here and you can kind of get all aspects of this side, this lateral, especially with your IT band and stuff with running. Your IT band might be a little bit sore and it might go down into your knee. So that's a really good one to work on. So right here. And then what I do is I go to the other side. And then I'll go on to my bum bum. So on my bum bum, I'm just right here, my bum bum, and I kind of like to rock to the right, rock it to the left. Or if I need a little bit more, I'll cross my leg over and go here and just kind of get a little, ooh, that feels really good actually. I'm just gonna hang out right here for a second because this just feels really good from yesterday. And just kind of get into the grooves, okay? And the one that you probably have the one, if it's kind of got the bumps on it, that one probably is a little bit more intense than this one, just because it has those bumps to it. So it'd be a little bit more intense, but this is what I like to do. Okay. And then from there, I like to flip on over to the fronts, okay, to your big quads, all right? And so for your quads, I like to be on my forearms for it, and I roll down to my knees and then back, and just kind of get every little aspect. So I kind of like roll to where it feels just really good, okay? There's a lot of times I might stick my, my leg out in like a 90 degree and just kind of get a little bit of my inner thigh, okay? And you just kind of like go around to where it feels really good. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, so try and get both sides of it. Just try not to get on your kneecaps, okay? Okay. So just get both sides of it. And then if you really need to get your inner hips, grab it over here, have your leg at a 90 degree and stick it right there. Okay, so if you really got to get inside there, this is a good way to get inside there. Okay, right there. And then from there, I like to go to my back. Okay, and for your back, ooh, I like to start at the lower and then go to my upper. So I'll just kind of roll down, just to get it right here. Kind of roll to the right, roll to the left, just kind of all over right here. And then I like to go all the way down and all the way back up. And you can kind of bring your arms out or in. So if you want to get like your shoulder blades, I would bring your arms in so you can kind of widen those shoulder blades out. So you have a nice flat spot to get. Okay, and while you're here, you can kind of roll to the right side, kind of get those traps a little bit. And then roll to the left side to get those traps. Right there. Okay. And then roll on down. Ooh, that feels good. And you might hear some popping in your back too, because it likes to spread open or spread apart your spine. So you might feel a couple of cracks. All right, and then from there, you need to do some more of your arms. You can be on your knees and your thumbs up, and you can go right here and do kind of your forearms if you need your forearms, or all the way up right here. Okay, and you can kind of go all the way down, all the way up right here, and get kind of underneath those, your triceps, a little bit of your chest, a little bit in that area, okay? So, but you gotta have a really good core for that because it's kind of hard to do. All right, what I do suggest though is after you do your foam rolling, if there's any little part that feels just like there's like a knot in there, I do suggest having one of these. So this is a lacrosse ball. You can kind of get them anywhere. Amazon has them, but this one's from Dick's, I think. Yeah, Dick's. And you put that where you need to go. So like for me, I get a lot back here by my shoulder blades and like my traps. So you can kind of put it down and you kind of lay on top of it. So I have it right here, just kind of in between. And all I do is I just kind of roll around on it, or I move my arm and wherever feels good. So like if you have it right by your shoulder blade, if you take your arm and you cross it over the other side, so over to your left shoulder, you can kind of roll it around right there, which always feels really good. And you can kind of open that up. You can also take it and your thumb can be up, and you can kind of bring your arm up and down too, okay? And just kind of where it feels good. Or you can just sit on it or lay on it for about 30 seconds, and then you can give it some blood, okay? So that one works really well for the upper portion of your back and, like I said, your traps. Now, if that doesn't feel very good or you don't like doing that, you can also do it against a wall. Sure, we'll go right here. Maybe right here if you guys can see that. So you can be up against a wall and you can kind of hit those areas right there, okay? So wherever it feels good. You can also take it and you can do it on your booty bone. So a lot of times we have some tight glutes, and that affects our hamstrings and our lower back. So you can kind of get your booty on it too. So you can kind of do that with your booty. But those are my two favorite. Ryan gets his like into his chest because he's got a lot of poor mobility in his chest from a shoulder injury. So he does a lot like into his chest right in here, and you can do that too. You can kind of push it up against there, and you can kind of see what I'm doing right here. But you can find those knots and put it in there and just kind of hold it, or you can rub it around, okay? So.
Okay.